Hey nerds, Gleemax here. Today we're looking at the Trample ability, explaining how it works as well as how it interacts with other abilities. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. This is Colossal Dreadmaw, a 6/6 for 6 mana. He's a dinosaur and has Trample. We'll be using him to help us learn about the Trample mechanic. The reminder text for Trample is as follows. This creature can deal excess combat damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. In our first example, we are attacking with our Colossal Dreadmaw. Our opponent chooses to block with a Pillarfield Ox, a 2/4 white ox creature. Our Dreadmaw must assign lethal damage to Pillarfield Ox in order to destroy it. As it only has 4 toughness, we'll assign 4 damage to it. Because Colossal Dreadmaw has Trample, we can assign the remaining damage to our opponent. They'll take 2 damage. Stepping back, the interaction is much less complicated than I've described. Our 6/6 dinosaur attacked our opponent, they blocked with a 2/4 ox, the ox took 4 damage, and our opponent took 2 damage. This is how Trample works at the most simple level. Trample gets a bit more complicated when we add other abilities in the mix. We'll start with Indestructible. In this example, we have Colossal Dreadmaw and our opponent has their Pillarfield Ox, except this time, the Pillarfield Ox is enchanted with the very creatively named Indestructibility. Indestructibility is a 4 mana white enchantment that can enchant a permanent and give the permanent indestructible. Again, we attack with our dinosaur and once again they choose to block it. Very crafty. Once again, Colossal Dreadmaw assigns 4 damage to the Ox, and our opponent takes 2 damage. Because the Ox has Indestructible, it of course does not die in this exchange. Wait, why did our opponent take damage? Why is our Ox destroyed? That's the thing, Trample only cares that you've assigned enough to have the damage be lethal and destroy the creature, not if the creature's actually destroyed. To look more into this, we're going to naturalize our opponent's Indestructibility enchantment, and our opponent will be enchanting their Pillarfield Ox with Green Ward. Green Ward is a 1 mana white enchantment that simply gives Pillarfield Ox protection from green. We'll once again attack into our opponent, and the same result occurs. We assign 4 damage to the Ox and the remaining 2 damage to our opponent. However, the Ox will not be destroyed. The protection ability prevents all damage from a green source from being dealt to the Pillarfield Ox. The Ox takes no damage, but it was assigned enough to destroy it, satisfying Trample's condition and allowing us to deal the excess damage to our opponent. Next, we will equip our Colossal Dreadmaw with a Gorgon's Head. Gorgon's Head is a 1 mana artifact equipment. Equip cost is 2, and the equipped creature gains Death Touch. Just don't ask how a dinosaur is carrying a Gorgon's Head. Maybe he holds it in his little T-Rex arms, I'm not really sure. Once again, we attack into our opponent's Pillarfield Ox and they will block it. Because we have Death Touch, any amount of damage we assign to the blocking creature is enough to kill it. The minimum we can assign is 1 damage. As this satisfies Trample's requirements, the rest of the damage, being 5, will hit our opponent. In our next example, our mono Pillarfield Ox playing opponent will have 2 oxen. Normally, if we attacked with our dinosaur and they blocked with both of their creatures, we would have the first oxen take 4 damage and the remaining 2 damage would be assigned to the second ox. Even with Trample damage cannot happen as there's no remaining damage not assigned to our blockers. However, if we once again give the Gorgon's Head to our Dreadmaw and attack, we would only need to assign 1 damage to each oxen, which would be enough to kill them, and we would be able to hit our opponent for 4 Trample damage. Trample is a fantastic evasion ability, typically seen on green cards and red cards. This lets big creatures push through damage that would otherwise be stopped with 1/1 chump blockers. If you have any questions regarding Trample or other mechanics, let me know down in the comments. And did you know, only 29.3% of people who watch these videos are subscribed? Thanks nerds.